have not made a cooking video in a very, very long time. The reason for that is because at the 1st of December, I started having some mouth issues that ended up being wisdom teeth. I'm 53 years old, never had my wisdom teeth removed, so they are now starting to affect me. At the beginning of December, I started having really, really bad mouth pains. Went to the dentist. They said the wisdom teeth have got to come out. So they made me an appointment for the oral surgeon, but they weren't able to get me in until January, I think it was the 12th. Went to the oral surgeon. I have 3 wisdom teeth. One never came in, or one was removed many, many years ago. I really can't remember. One of the wisdom teeth they cannot remove. It's impacted. It's way down into the jawbone. It's got some nerves surrounding it. It's the one that's really actually not even bothering me, so they're not touching it. They're going to be removing upper left wisdom tooth and bottom right wisdom tooth. But once again, because of COVID and appointments, they are not able to do the surgery until March 1st. So once again, I'm going to go 3 months with this mouth pain. It's just ridiculous. So that's the reasoning why I have not been making my cooking videos. I just don't feel like being on cam, don't feel like videotaping, and certain foods I cannot eat because, once again, my mouth is killing me. So I thought today, okay, I'm going to make something that I haven't made in a long time. I'll show you what I'm making. Red beans and rice. So in this pot, I've got a half a stick of butter. I've got green peppers, onions, and celery. I'm just cooking that down. Then I will be adding I'm just going to use pinto beans, not actual red beans. Those will go in the pot, and then I'll season that with some Cajun seasoning, some chicken stock, and I'm not going to put any meat in this. And then later on, I'll make some rice and pour this over some rice, and I might make some chicken strips. So I'll be back once I start getting all this mixed together. I've added my beans to the vegetables that I've cooked down, and now I'm going to add 1 of these bouillons of the Knorr's chicken bouillon. I'm going to add that in there. I did not have chicken stock or chicken broth, so I'm just going to use that. I'm going to season that with a lot of the Tony Chachere's. You can use any kind of Cajun seasoning you like Slap Your Mama, or just about any kind of Cajun seasoning. It's just what you like. I'm going to add some garlic powder. I'm also going to use this garlic and pepper seasoning. And I like to put cumin. So I'm going to add some cumin to that. And then let me give this a good stir. And then I'm going to add some water to this. I'm going to add quite a bit of water because the beans were only soaked. So they're going to take a lot of water to make them soft. I'm going to add just a little bit more water to that. Okay. Give that a good stir. Now I'm not going to add salt to this because I added the Knorr chicken cube bouillon. And I'm not really sure how salty or salt will be added to that. So once it starts cooking down, I'll taste the broth. And then if I think that it needs more salt flavor, then I'll add some salt to that. So just going to cover that, turn this on low, and then I'm just going to let that simmer. And that's probably going to simmer for about 3 hours today. These have been cooking for about 4 hours. The beans are nice and tender now. The flavoring is really good. I did add more water throughout the cooking process. As you can see, there's still quite a lot of broth in there. It's more soupy, and I need it to be a little bit thicker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now cook this uncovered so that a lot of that broth will cook out of it. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to try to crush some of these beans up. Break them up some, because I don't want all whole beans. I want it to be kind of mush a little bit. So now I'm just going to let that cook down, so most of that broth will be gone. Red beans and rice are done. They're a nice consistency. Made some rice, white rice. Made some chicken strips. So red beans and rice and chicken strips.